Graphic design is pretty cool, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's the process of using a computer to create logos, graphics, images, colors, shapes, all these things that you might see on like a t-shirt or a billboard in a magazine. Anything that has kind of a pattern or a design is the result of somebody using some piece of graphic design software to create that. And it's a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun to get creative with. And today we're going to explore some options on how you can get started with graphic design for free. All right, this isn't 2007 anymore, so we need to exit Microsoft Word and stop using word art for all of our fancy images. That's a joke for anybody that grew up in the same era as I did, because I did those things. Now, when you think of graphic design, most people tend to think of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, and these are awesome programs that give you basically everything you could ever need for your graphic design purposes, but at a cost. You have to pay every month to be able to subscribe to that, and if you're like me, you're kind of poor and you don't have a lot of money to be able to afford that every month for what you're going to use it for, so we need some better alternatives. But I have some good news for you. There's a completely free graphic design website that you can try out today and get started creating your own graphics. This website's called Canva. If you have an email address, it's free to sign up and start designing. But be sure to get your parents' permission first before you go signing up for stuff. I don't want to get in trouble, and you guys don't either. So here we are at canva.com, and I'll throw a link in the description so that you can easily go sign up. And I have all my stuff kind of blurred out here just because it's a lot of work stuff and client related things. But it's really kind of a cool website that lets you just jump in and start creating some graphic design. So we're going to go up here to create a design, and they have some predetermined sizes for you. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a custom size. So let's say I was going to do something like post on Facebook or something. I'll just do 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. I recommend, doing some research about like best practices for design sizes and, posts and YouTube thumbnails. The sizes really do matter when it comes to creating your designs. So we'll just call this test design. And it's really an easy layout. So they have templates that you can choose from if you wanted to, explore through here and do something like that, and then it pre-fills a bunch of stuff for you. Or, they just have all kinds of stuff for you to choose from. You can go to uploads. You can insert your own photos that you have on your computer, videos or audio. You just click to upload media from whatever device or whatever service you want. So that's really handy. They have photos, and it searches from a whole stock library. You can also use services like Unsplash to get stock photos. So you can just drag and drop those into your image and resize them if you wanted to use them. So that's pretty handy. There's also elements here. So recent elements I've used include all the social media icons, but they have a bunch of their own too. They have shapes, so we can put in a square. We can change the color of the square. We can do all kinds of things within Canva here. Let's say we want to put some text in there. That looks like some pretty fun text. You can make it say test design. Let's maybe make this background go the entire page. There we go. With the text, we can even throw some effects on it. So there's a drop shadow on it already. We can make it curved. We can make it neon. We can make like a glitch design. That looks pretty cool. Kind of trippy. Very cool. Maybe we'll change the background color so that we kind of get a better idea of what this is going to look like. Okay, that looks pretty cool. We can do that. We can add audio if we wanted to. If we wanted to make like a slideshow, we can add pages down here at the bottom and add another page and have multiple slides to our slideshow, or just have multiple versions of the same design if we wanted to. So let's say we wanted to do a different version of this, but we didn't want to ruin the first one. We can select it all, copy it, come down here, paste it, and I probably need to select my background, copy, paste the background. It's over that, so we'll put it to the back. You can kind of see it has all the elements of a basic designer software, but it's free and it's awesome. So let's say we want to change the background of this to like gray. Maybe we want to change this text to be like, that looks kind of cool. So like there's a version, and you can just keep adding multiple versions. We can title this version 2, title this version 1. We can do all kinds of things. They have different, background images. They have folders that you can create. Now you have to pay per month if you wanted some premium folders and to use all that kind of stuff. But honestly, for just uploading photos and putting text over some photos, it's not that bad. This is how I make all my YouTube thumbnails, and it does a really good job. So if we want to download it now, let's say we like version 2 better than version 1. We go to download and we can select, do we want PNG? PNG is great if you want transparency in your image. So if we leave this part with no background, this will be blank. So it will, we can put it in front of something. It'll be a transparent image, which is awesome. But we have a background on it, so we'll just leave it as a JPEG. So we'll go to download, we'll select JPEG, and then select pages. Say we only want to download V2, hit done, download, and now it'll download for us. And that's it. It's pretty easy. It's super slick, and that's our design. And it's pretty good quality. I think if you wanted to do like a higher quality JPEG, it is a premium feature. Otherwise, you can just use a PNG. The PNG does it high quality. The JPEG kind of does it in like a compressed quality. So I usually just do PNG. Depends on what exactly I'm doing with it. Or, I could even download both of these if I wanted to. I can select all of them and it'll download them into a zip file, which is helpful. I'll even use this sometimes for documents. If I have like invoices or project proposals, I can do kind of like InDesign, Microsoft Word document type work in this, and then download all the pages as a PDF. I'll show you what that looks like. So if I download these as a PDF, now I have a PDF pops up of my design, and that's pretty cool. There's honestly a lot you can do with this if you kind of dig in and explore, and you realize that a lot of the design and the creativity comes from you creating this and not the features that you have. It's pretty darn handy. So that's Canva in a nutshell, and I hope that you're able to get on here and do some awesome stuff and create some cool things. So now that you know how fun and easy and free graphic designing can be now, I highly recommend that you go check out canva.com and start making some cool designs for yourself. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, and go create something awesome.